Someone else's eyes.
Time got reverbed out even here.
Shouldn't be broken.
Hi, my name is Arian, and in the future I'd like to add to my introduction that I'm a writer, and that's where you can help. The New Amazing Nightmare is a first novel of mine worthy of seeing a daylight. It's an end result of 6 years of writing, rewriting, toying with various concepts, of developing and scrapping storylines, of creating the characters and fleshing them out. What started as a rather simple idea grew in scope over time. The characters found their own, often contradicting goals. They discovered their wants and fears. It turned out that nothing could be as simple as planned. When everything finally crystallized in my head and all of the pieces came together, it turned out that to tell this story as it should be told, keeping the logic that binds everything together, and letting the events unfold at a natural pace without leaving any loose ends, I will need 5 sizable volumes. No Ninja Six book. The specific structure of none does not allow it. No. By now I have everything planned to the last sentence of the 5th book that I even have right here. There is a problem though. As I read about the American publishing market, I learned that the agents won't look at a book from a debuting author that's not standalone or standalone with serious potential. But since I want to tell this story, not a story, I had to find another way. So here I am, self-publishing. The book I wrote, I found out, belongs to a genre called the New Weird, which basically means it does not belong to any other genre. It's mostly fantasy, but not quite that. All in all, it's a story about people, like most of the stories are. It's a story about love, but it's not a love story because it shows various phases of true love. A true love that can save, a true love that can doom, a love that can make one sacrifice oneself, or turn into a soul-destroying villain. It's also a story about destiny, but with no chosen ones, the prophets have a tough nut to crack. I mean, they can glance into the future, even though they shouldn't. They can try to change it, even though they really shouldn't. Because, well, it can only lead to a disaster, but what do you do if the future you're glancing into already is a complete disaster? Well, read and find out! And yeah, it's a story about good and evil, but those, like beauty, are in the eye of the beholder. I don't tell the readers which is which, I let them decide. I can't tell if the main character is a hero or a villain. I don't know if the ending is good or bad. It may all change depending on what you think is right, who do you root for, who do you want to see win, and who do you want to see fail, or even bite that dirt. One thing I can tell you is that not everyone will die. I'm not George R. R. Martin, and I'm not that bloodthirsty. I'm asking for your help because I don't want to publish a novel that's riddled with grammatical mistakes. Very few authors can correct their manuscripts like a professional editor can. And I want the New Amazing Nightmare to be my contribution into making self-publishing an acknowledged and respectable way of publishing stories people really want to tell. Thank you for watching, and I hope you consider donating to my novel. Have a good day.